हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम बैक टू येट अनदर वीडियो। और ये वीडियो और एक वीडियो ऐसा व्लॉग नहीं होने वाला है। दिस इज गोइंग टू बी प्रॉपर टेक वीडियो फ्रॉम माय एंड इन माय स्टाइल। सो ये है Honor X9C। मैं पिछले कुछ 3 हफ्तों से Honor X9C यूज़ कर रहा हूँ। दिस इज गोइंग टू बी माय कंप्लीट रिव्यू ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट। सो लेट्स रिव्यू दिस। सो चलो शुरू करते हैं विद दी स्पेसिफिकेशन। वो नॉर्मल सब कुछ है ना। सो आई विल बी लिविंग आउट द स्पेसिफिकेशन एंड एवरीथिंग ऑन स्क्रीन. So let's talk about the gadget itself. So let's get into the display first, because Honor X9C has got a good display, and in fact it's kind of great for the price. अपने को ये प्राइस में 1.5K AMOLED display with curved screen, it's pretty good. And also इसमें AMOLED display होने की वजह से we are getting under display fingerprint scanner, and it's fast and good. It unlocks quickly. पर क्या है ना, जो कैमरा फिंगरप्रिंट सेंसर का प्लेसमेंट जो है ना, इट शुड हैव बीन समवेयर इन दिस रीजन, क्योंकि ये नीचे लगाने की वजह से हमेशा हाथ क्या ना यहाँ पे चल जाता है। पर जब अपन यूज हो जाएंगे ना, तो विल बी कीपिंग आउट ओवर ईयर ओनली। सो दिक्कत नहीं है। पर क्या है ना, सोचना था कभी कहीं यहाँ पे, बिकॉज अपना आदत सा यूजुअली वी कीप फिंगरप्रिंट ओवर ईयर ओनली। सो इसलिए ऐसा आदत सा पड़ जाएगा। सो वी कीप समवेयर over here. So brand should work on this in upcoming devices. So display quality is just amazing here. Viewing experience, multimedia experience with that audio quality is next level. You don't need speaker if you are in a solo or small room. You will be just enjoying the media experience, watching movies, web series and stuff. तो वो रहा डिस्प्ले का। डिस्प्ले इज़ pretty good, 1.5K 6.78 इंच AMOLED डिस्प्ले, और सनलाइट विजिबिलिटी भी नेक्स्ट लेवल है, क्योंकि वोंट बी हैविंग एनी डिफिकल्टी वॉचिंग और व्यूइंग कंटेंट, और इवन इफ यू वांट टू मेक एनी कॉल्स यूजिंग द डायल पैड, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। अंडर सनलाइट में भी बढ़िया काम कर लेता है। सो इट चेक्स इट। सो डिस्प्ले तो बढ़िया है, मीडिया एक्सपीरियंस बढ़िया है, एंड इवन आई फील लाइक वाई डोंट हैव माई पिक्सल हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ डिस्प्ले। पुराना है ना पिक्सल, लगभग 3 साल होने वाला है। सो इट्स वर्थ द प्राइस फॉर द डिस्प्ले। और ये क्या है ना, पिल शेप कटआउट के साथ डिज़ाइन मिलता है। लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द डिज़ाइन एंड बिल्ड क्वालिटी। सो Honor X9C में ना एक स्लिम डिज़ाइन मिलता है विथ प्लास्टिक साइड फ्रेम एंड ग्लास डिज़ाइन बोथ फ्रंट एंड बैक, एंड दिस सर्कल कैमरा डिज़ाइन। और डिज़ाइन के मामले में Honor claims that this is an unbreakable AI smartphone 5G AI smart 5G smartphone. So I did my drop test from 2 meters height, so it survived. Nothing happened to the device whatsoever. So build quality के मामले में ना Honor को 10 out of 10 मिलेगा यार, because I dropped साइड में लाइट कुछ डेंस आया है, क्योंकि फ्रेम पे गिरने की वजह से, टिल्ट होने की वजह से। बट क्या है ना, डिस्प्ले में लाइट स्क्रैचेस आए हैं एवरीडे यूसेज में, दैट इज़ everyday wear and tear में normal light scratches है, but display no cracks whatsoever anywhere, so you can do it on a live screen. Let's assume this has 2 meter height. Oops, it survived. Nothing happened to display whatsoever. It is working absolutely fine. Fingerprint is also working. सो इसमें क्या है ना, Honor क्लेम करता है कि SGS 5 स्टार ड्यूरेबिलिटी रेटिंग है। उसके हिसाब से तो इट डज द जॉब। दैट्स इट फ्रॉम द बिल्ड क्वालिटी एंड डिज़ाइन पर्सपेक्टिव, इट्स गुड। एंड डिज़ाइन क्या है ना, सब्जेक्टिव है। इसमें अपने को 3 कलर मिलते हैं। दिस इज़ जेड कैन, आई डोंट नो द एग्जैक्ट नेम, आई काइंड ऑफ डोंट गेट इनटू दिस कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नेम्स। इसे मैं ब्लू कहता हूँ। आई विल बी लीविंग आउट द कलर्स ऑन स्क्रीन, डिफरेंट कलर ऑप्शंस. So that's pretty much with the design and build quality. This is the main USP of Honor X9C, the build quality. It is known for its durability and toughness. तो वही है इसमें खासियत. So this is the main USP. Honor is marketing it as a tough and durable smartphone. So that is the main USP for this. That's pretty much with the build and design. Let's move on to the battery capacity and the performance. So इसमें क्या है ना, अपने को 6600 mAh की बैटरी कैपेसिटी मिलती है। दैट इज़ ए सिलिकॉन battery. That is the reason the smartphone has been able to be this slim. Honor uses the silicon battery which made them to make the smartphone this slim. Silicon batteries are usually pretty slim with having more capacity. So इसके साथ अपने को 66 वॉट फास्ट चार्जर भी मिलता है इनबॉक्स में, एंड साथ ही एक केस भी मिलता है इसमें, क्योंकि आई ऑलरेडी अपलोडेड द अनबॉक्सिंग वीडियो ऑन माई यूट्यूब शॉर्ट्स, जस्ट चेक इट आउट, इनबॉक्स कंटेंट एंड एवरीथिंग, वो आप हो गया. सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू द बैटरी लाइफ, I usually get about 2+ days of battery life with about 100% of full charge. So लगभग कुछ 10-15%, 15 to 20% जूस मिल बच जाता है फिर भी after 2+ days, because in light to moderate use it's pretty fine with the 2+ days of battery life. And if you are an heavy user, easily you will be getting about 1+ days of battery life without any issues until you recharge it back. And also to charge it, you got 66 watts fast charging, which just charges within an hour and a half, not even hour and a half, within an hour and a half. I did not do the entire battery test because I just keep it overnight, and by the time it comes morning, just gets charged. That's it. I'm not big fan of this fancy fast charger, but it's pretty handful when you are in a rush time. It just makes your fast device charge faster. That's it. But also I got its negatives. So that's pretty much with the battery department. अब चलते हैं परफॉर्मेंस में, which I did not like it and did not expect from device pricing this range. So इसमें क्या है ना, अपने को 4nm Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 5G प्रोसेसर मिलता है. It's kind of pretty old processor. Honor को at least should have gone with the Dimensity 73 or 7400 or Snapdragon 7 Gen 2, 7 Gen 3. क्योंकि क्या है ना, this is pretty much like average processor. It just does the everyday task. तो इससे क्या है ना, it will affect the video quality as well as the gaming performance. You cannot game like a high-end gaming or like sub 25K smartphone which comes with 7 Gen or 7400 processor. उसके हिसाब से अपन गेमिंग नहीं कर सकते. इट्स काइंड ऑफ डिसेंट. कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी वगैरह मीडियम ग्राफिक्स पे खेल ले सकते हैं. एंड ड्यू टू दिस प्रोसेसर यू डोंट गेट द ब्लूटूथ वर्जन 5.1 और 5.8, गेट ब्लूटूथ वर्जन 5.0, और साथ ही वाईफाई ड्यूअल बैंड वाईफाई मिलता है, नॉट वाईफाई 6. सो दैट्स द डाउनग्रेड साइज ऑफ दिस प्रोसेसर. मैंने Geekbench भी टेस्ट किया है. इफ़ यू वांट द Geekbench टेस्ट आई विल बी लीविंग देम ऑन स्क्रीन, but I would say it's decent processor, average kind of processor. This is where the X9C lacks. If given a 7 Gen 2 or 73 or 7400 Dimensity processor, it would have been next level. Yeah, there won't be any compromise in the processor whatsoever. So वो रहा अपना परफॉर्मेंस का. When let's talk about the software. So इसमें मिलता है Android 14 by default on inbox with a macOS 8. So once you log in or once you boot up the device, you will be getting the Android 15 on top of macOS 9. So latest software मिल जाता है. So it's kind of okay, decent. I did not face that many lags. I did face a bit of flutters in certain apps like WhatsApp, and also in camera there are some UI lags or flutters while taking shutter. The shutter kind of pretty slow, and sometimes the shutter lags while switching from main to ultra wide angle lens, and also from front camera to rear camera. कभी कभी lag हो जाता है. So that's what the thing I noticed in these 3 weeks of time frame. So I have reported them to Honor. Maybe we might receive a fix via an OTA in the future. OTA. वो रहा सीन अपना OS का. And when it comes to the software updates, Honor is promising 2 years of OS plus 2 years of security updates, which is pretty low actually, because at least 3+3 or 3+4 is what the competition is providing out in the market. So Honor को लग मिनिमम 3 साल का तो सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट देना था, क्योंकि इट कम्स विद Android 14 आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, और इस पे वो 15 का OTA अपडेट रिसेंटली मिला. इसका हिसाब से वी आर ओनली लेफ्ट आउट विद Android 16 विच आई एम ऑलरेडी यूजिंग ऑन पिक्सल. सो वो रहा आपने यहाँ तक की कहानी. इट्स काइंड ऑफ lagging behind the software when it comes to catching the competition. वो है. So let's move on to the main thing, the camera. So when it comes to the camera, Honor X9C has got good main lens and a 5MP ultra wide angle lens and a decent 16MP selfie camera. So if you get the good lighting, you get good selfie with the selfie camera, but in low light or even in poor lighting, I would say it's okayish. And when it comes to HDR photos, it's kind of okayish. So I would say in overall the selfie camera is decent. And when it comes to video from the selfie camera, it comes with the 1080p 30 fps, not even 60 fps. Maybe due to because of processor limitation, just to control the thermals, they might have limited it to 1080 30 fps, but we never know. Actually, the 6 Gen 1 processor which Honor X9C comes with supports 4K from rear as well as front, though it's 30 fps, but it supports 4K because we are in 2025. At least we expect 4K from a phone which is priced over 20K. So this isn't expected from Honor at all. So maybe in future with an OTA we might reach a 1080 60 fps, but I'm not kind of okay with the 1080p because 4K is what I expect. And also from the rear camera, Honor वाले है ना only 4K 30 fps provide कर रहा है. It's not the company's fault, it's the processor itself having the fault, because क्या ना 6 Gen 1 only support up to 4K 30 fps. That's a processor limitation. Even brand can't do anything. That's the reason I kind of disappointed with the performance setting in the processor. So that's 108 MP rear camera. So when it comes to the rear camera, the 108 MP camera with good lighting and good amount of light takes good shots. And in fact, sometimes in certain scenarios, it's great shots. The colors come out good. It's not that saturated or vibrant. You can just tune it. And also the features like multi video mode, where you can shoot the rear and front camera. It's kind of useful for vloggers especially. It's kind of pretty useful feature. Even other brands should start implementing this feature. So it's just an add-on feature where you just get an option. इससे क्या है ना, आप रेयर और फ्रंट का भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं, बट जस्ट इन केस इफ़ यू वांट टू रिकॉर्ड द बोथ द साइड्स ऑफ द वीडियोस. सो एक बढ़िया चीज़ है, बट इट्स लिमिटेड टू 1080p. So that's the limitation of this mode. Or when it comes to the night shots from both rear cameras, so उससे क्या है ना, अल्ट्रा वाइड एंगल लेंस विद okay lighting, it's kind of useless. With good lighting you kind of get usable images, but main camera it's pretty good. Even with low lighting or even with a good amount of light in the night times, it takes crazy shots. Let me show. I'm just taken a couple of samples. I've taken like lot of testing with the camera. It's pretty good for the price. You can just check out the samples of take different viewing angles and different scenarios in morning, daytime, as well as in the low light scenarios. So the shots turned out to be pretty great. And the main sensor is pretty good when it comes to colors or whatever the sharpness. It's good, and I'm pretty much impressed with the zoom shots, because since it's a 108 MP camera, Honor does the pixel binning to get a 12 MP shot, so that you get lossless images up to till 3x of shots on the main sensor. So even at 10x you kind of get good details. It maintains all the details. Even it's usable at 10x with good lighting in daytime. It's usable at night time. If there's a good light, it's kind of usable. So when it comes to video quality and stabilization, it's kind of decent, I would say. Even though it comes with OS and EIS stabilization, it's not that up to the mark. So Honor needs to work on the stabilization part. And also, yeah, right time, yeah, it's we are in 2025. Who does expect a 5 MP for an ultra wide angle lens? It's kind of senseless if you ask me, because at least we expect 8 MP or 12 MP ultra wide angle lens. That's what I expect, because that should be the industry standard. So that's pretty much with the camera department. I'm leaving out the samples, just check it out. Even I'm leaving out in the description so that you can just check out the lossless quality. So that's pretty much with the camera department. So we got that thing, and let's talk about the other And let's talk about the other things like connectivity and stuff. You get the USB Type-C port and dual SIM support. So you do get dual 5G support, and with the Type-C port, which is a USB Gen 2, not USB 3rd gen. So it's a Gen 2 USB port. So that's pretty much with the connectivity. So since it's a USB 2nd gen, I request brands to start implementing or adopting USB 3rd gen, because it's pretty useful. You can transfer the data much faster as compared to USB 2nd gen. So that's how it is. So we have done with the battery, camera and design, everything. Pretty good AI features like Honor AI extender, Honor AI eraser. So all these are AI features, and also you get the dual app support. So that's pretty the UI is good. You get the theme support, and also additional features like you can edit the app icons, wallpapers, customize the entire home screen, customize the lock screen. So it's kind of useful features, but I don't pretty much like the skins on top of Android stock, so that's subjective. So that's pretty much with the features. So if you're looking for a smartphone with great battery life, great build quality, I would say good cameras, considering them how good the main sensor it is, and if you can compromise with the ultra wide angle lens and the performance, I would say you can just check it out, the Honor X9C. So or else if you want a complete package with great performance, good battery life, great cameras and good display, there are other options. You can check out under sub 25k. You got Honor 200 itself, which is getting priced at 22,000 these days. So that's from Honor. If you want some other things, there are multiple options, so many options under sub 25k. So just check it out. That's pretty much from the video, guys. See you again in my next video.